Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads, where today I'm giving you a series update. Yes, this is the infamous spreadsheet. This is my series tab where I track all of the series that I have read over here that are priority for me, some that I've tabled, and others that you've all mentioned or I've found and I want to check out soon. And so I have updated this and wanted to give you a little update on what's priority for me. As you can see, there's a lot of series I've read. There's a lot of series I want to read. There's a lot of series I'm trying to read. And I had to condense that list down. So let me turn the camera around and let's talk about it. So welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads. As I mentioned, we're going to roll through what series I am making priority for the rest of the year. As I mentioned, I had quite a lot of series I was actively reading, probably around 19 or 20 that I considered active, that I've read at least the first book or the first couple books. And so I had to condense that list down quite a lot. And I had some ones that have some recency bias, or there were moods, or I've found and I wanted to add to the list and make them a priority as well. I figured, just trying to get through 20 different series, I wasn't making any headway with anything. I was kind of just spinning my wheels, bouncing back and forth. And there has been some that I've made priority over others, and I just haven't been doing a good job feeling like I'm getting any traction going through this. So without further ado, we're here to talk about what series I'm making priority. Yes, we're going to start off with the Travis McGee series. I'm making this a priority. I haven't read any of these books, but I have been acquiring them because it's one of those series I just know I'm going to relate with. Similar to the 87th Precinct series by Ed McBain, I feel like this is definitely one that is going to be a knockout home run for me. I am on book number 6 of the Evan Tanner series, so I'm going to continue reading through that. That is a priority for me and is on my TBR. The Cork O'Connor series by William Kent Kruger. I am actively reading book 2, and probably by the time you see this, I will have book number 2, Boundary Waters, completely done. And so be on the lookout for a review if I haven't already done it. And then the Corey series. I've been making my way through the Corey series by Max Allan Collins. I love hard case crime. This one has a lot to offer, and I am on book number 5 in the Corey series, so I'm making that a priority as well. As you know, we are making our way through the Sackett series. We are reading books 11 and 12. We should be done here in a couple months. I think there's 17 books in the series, so I'm looking forward to completing that series. I've had a lot of fun reading these books. I've met a lot of different Sackett characters. I fell in love with Tell Sackett, as a character. I think he's fantastic. I really enjoyed Lando. I really enjoyed Echo Sackett. There's been a lot to offer here, and I've enjoyed it. So another series that I'm making priority is the Tracy Crosswhite series by Robert Dugoni. I am going to be reading book 2 in the near future, so be on the lookout for that. I really enjoy Dugoni's writing, and I think Tracy Crosswhite is an interesting character, so more to come on her. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier with John McDonald, Ed McBain, the 87th Precinct series, there's like 50-some books in this series, but you can jump in and kind of read them wherever, and I have been doing that. I've read a couple now. Ed McBain's writing is so good, and I continue to just be amazed. I mean, The Killer's Wedge was great. I really enjoyed that story, and I'm looking forward to diving back in. They're usually quick reads, and that just, everything about them just checks off all the boxes. And you knew this was going to be on the list. Yes, Harry Bosch. I read the first book, gave it a 5-star rating. The second book was darn near as good, but I will be reading book number 3 in the near term. Be on the lookout for that. I'm anxious to get back to Harry Bosch. These books are just written very well. I like the plots. I like the characters. I think Bosch is a great character. I think Connolly's writing will continue to get better and better as I get deeper into the series. And so I am looking forward to making this a priority. And then last but certainly not least on the priority list, I reread book number one, Burglars Can't Be Choosers, the Bernie Rodenbar series, the burglar series from Lawrence Block. I have been wanting to get back into this. I read the first two, so I'm going to be on book two, rereading it again. But I would like to make my way through this series because I just like Block's writing. I think Bernie Rodenbar is an interesting character, kind of just a burglar that does the right thing for the most part. It's just really interesting writing, and I look forward to making this a priority as well. I did table, I had some others that were on the list, for active, that I have tabled. These are series that I have read a book or two in the series or more. One that I've gotten pretty far in and I've decided, to take a pause on was the Drizzt Do'Urden series by R.A. Salvatore. I really enjoy this thing. It's like 40 books in now. I think there's 40 books. I'm on, I believe, book 14 in this series. I love these books. I really do. It is one of those series where I would make a huge decision for myself and the channel that I would just basically say, hey, I'm going to be reading and reviewing everything that's in this series until I'm done. That's one of those series that I've given a lot of thought about that. And so I've expressed or shown caution here and decided, that's probably not the best thing to do. I think it would turn some people away, me just spending 6 months getting completely caught up with this. But I have thought about it, honestly. And the series is that good. I really enjoy the writing. I really enjoy the characters. I definitely want to get back to this, but for now I'm tabling it. Another one I'm tabling is the Cotton Malone series by Steve Berry. I enjoyed it. I'm on book number 3, actually. That's the next book in the series for me. There's like 18 or 19 books in the series, but it's a good one. It's kind of an Robert Langdon, Indiana Jones type series. I think it's really great. I just am struggling trying to get it in there, and I find myself not making it a priority. It's nothing to say about the writing or the character or the book. It's one of those ones that there's others I just want a little more. Another one that's kind of in the same wheelhouse as that is the Scott Harvath series by Brad Thor. Another good one. I will be on book number 2 or 3 of this one as well. And it's just one of those ones like I like it. I think it's good. It's solid. It fits that thriller, great, book to throw in your mix, but there's others that I just like better. Another one that kind of really hurts me is the Kingbridge series. I've really wanted to get to this one. It's just the commitment of another 1,000-page book meant amongst all of the buddy reads and everything that's going on. We're reading some big books at the first, the next several months. And then I really want to spend the back half of the year reading thrillers, getting through these series, reading some quicker books. I'm just afraid of this monopolizing my time. It's good. I want to get to this series and complete it out, but yeah, I'm just not in the right headspace for it. And then another one that I read, the first book, I enjoyed it, and I want to get back to it, is William Warwick Detective series from Jeffrey Archer. Again, like Cotton Malone, like the Scott Harvath, I think it's good, but there's others that I just like better. And so, yeah. And then kind of a quick rundown. These are the series I want to get to. I've talked about it. One of my goals was get to the Virgil Flower series by John Sanford. I read the first couple books in it, and I want to get back to it, similar to like the Bernie Rodenbar series. That is the top probably series that if I'm going to add something in the back half of the year, it'd be the Virgil Flowers one. Obviously, the Millennium series by Stieg Larsson. The Harry Hole series, I read several of the books by Joe Nesbo. I want to get back to it. Lawrence Block has a short series called the Chip Harrison series. I'd like to read it. I am supposed to be buddy reading a CG Box book later in the year, but we'll see. I mean, Joe Pickett is one that you guys have talked about. Mike Hammer, the Mickey Spillane, Max Allan Collins series. I have several, like the first 11 or 12 books back there. I want to get to it too. That would probably be up there with Virgil Flowers of making its way into my priority list. And then there's other series: Pike Logan, Meyer and Bolitar, Peter Ash, The Terminal List, Sigma Force, Spencer, Gabriel, Alon, Longmire, which I'm supposed to be buddy reading with Faceless in, I believe, June. And so who knows, that one might get a priority as well. So there's a lot of change, and I'm trying to be strategic about what I put on the list. Right now, my priority list consists of around 9 or 10 series, and I think that's probably a good amount. Otherwise, it just, again, I don't feel like I ever make traction because there's just far too many I have to continually work my way through and bounce from series to series. I don't really feel like I make any headway, and I just want to continue knocking them out. And yeah, that's where I'm at. That's my series priority for the near term. I hope you enjoyed this kind of update, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Thanks.